Okay guys, so tonight we're working on the Junk S10. Working on the rear shackles, going to do a replacement. I've already gone ahead and did one side here. I just wanted to see kind of how bad it was going to be. It's pretty bad, about as bad as I thought. Up north here, these shackles are usually a pretty bad job. Down south, where they don't use any salt, where you don't have bad rust, this might not be such a bad job. But where there's rust, this is a pretty bad job. I was able to get the bolts out of that side. Let me tell you, it was a struggle. You better have a couple BFHs around to get those bolts out. I'll show you what I do here on this side. I'm guessing it's going to be the same fight for this side, so let's get to it. I'll show you the replacement that I'm going to use. So here's what come out of the other side. It's the complete shackle bolts, and then you got the upper bushing. This is the new one. It is a Dorman. So it comes with a new upper bushing, new bolts with lock nuts, a couple washers on one side only, which is kind of weird, but whatever, I guess. Looks like a beefy shackle, just as strong, I would say, as the factory one here. So without doing too much babbling, let's try to get that old one out. Okay, so first off, we're going to try to use the impact to get these off. I'm doubting they're going to come off, but we'll give it a try. .21mm is what you need. So it's not going to come off. Didn't think it would. I'm just going to take these nuts off. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see what I'm doing here, but I got two big hammers, and if you just try to beat this thing out with one hammer, all this stuff is moving, and a lot of your force is lost with these rubber bushings and stuff. So what I'm doing is I got a hammer behind this, a big hammer behind this, to help all my force go into the bolt when I hit it. If you don't have the hammer back there, you're never going to get this. Like I said, all your force is going to be lost, and you could pound on that forever, you ain't never going to get it. You need something behind it. Okay, so if you beat on that long enough, eventually your bolt's going to break loose here. And I usually get on it with an impact, and once it comes out so far, and then it run it with the impact, and it'll break loose and it'll spin. I've got it spinning now. I could take it out, but I've been beating on this thing, and this head here has been mushroomed. So the problem is it's not gonna go back. So if you try to jam that through, you're just gonna cause yourself trouble. So I gotta cut this mushroomed end off so I can get my bolt out. One way of stopping that is to leave the nut on there and beat on that, but could just cut this bolt here and on this side and cut it out because I'm replacing this bushing anyway. I'm gonna try to keep beating this one. Maybe I'll get it out here in a second. If not, I'm just gonna cut it off because we're gonna replace this bushing anyway. But that's basically how it's done, guys. Brute force here. And once I get this out the rest of the way, this other bolt, I'll bring it back. I'll show you how I press that little bushing out. Okay, so to pop this upper bushing out of this frame, just using my little ball joint press kit. I've got some of the adapters on this side to catch it as I push it out. Added a few washers over here. I used a bolt to go inside there last time, but since I just cut the bolt off this time, I just added the washers there. That's just to help grab the rest of this bushing. I also took an air hammer and kind of pushed down around the edge of this because the other one was kind of crusty. This one wasn't so bad, but anyway, I'm just going to take the impact and pop this bushing out. It's not that tight. It's not all the way through. You think it's all the way through, but it's not. It's really just here and there that it's held in by. This one is not coming out quite as nice for some reason. I'm going to have to grind the lip off of this because it looks like maybe there might be a lip holding that back on, so I'll be back. Oh, we'll give this one more try here. Hopefully she's going to pop out. Not popping out. Okay, so here's my problem. It won't let go on this side. You can see it's actually bending the frame right there because it won't let go. It's let go on this side, but it hasn't let go on this side. I'm going to get my air chisel and I'm going to go around the edge, try to peel this bushing downward so it will let go of that. And hopefully we'll be able to get this thing out. The other side just popped right out. Of course, this side's got to fight. So we're going to add some heat to this thing because it won't go. I've chiseled away at it more, but I'm going to have to try to heat it. Hopefully it'll pop off here. I just got a little torch here. This ain't the big huge torch. And there she goes, guys. Don't underestimate a little bit of heat. Okay, so again, I got my ball joint press, got my new bushing in there. Make sure you got it going in the right way. The way it came out, I'm just gonna, you could probably do this with a hand wrench. I got my air one, I'm just gonna air impact it into place here. Should be smooth. And that's how she's done. Bushing's in there. Ready for my new shackle. I'm going to coat the bolts inside the shackle here, inside this bushing here with anti-seize. And I'm gonna really heavily coat them with anti-seize so they don't seize up again. So there you have it, guys. All installed. These have a torque spec that they're 89 foot-pounds. You're supposed to have the weight of the suspension on shackles before you torque them down. I'm not going to torque mine right now because I have to, I believe I have to pull these off. Yeah, that's exactly why I was replacing these, is because I had to take them off anyway to do another mod later on. So that's why I did these. They're pretty crusty, I guess, so it's a good idea to change them anyway. But there it is, guys. That's the job. It's I guess it's difficult depending on what kind of vehicle you have, how old it is, how bad the rust is. But it is doable with some brute force and a few specialty tools. That ball joint tool comes in handy with that bushing there, and sometimes them bushings will fight you. But honestly, I don't see how you could do this job with the bed on. I don't think it can be done. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it, got some pointers. I'll see you in the next one.
Soaking in the rain, baking in the sun. Don't quit till the job gets done. That's the only way I know. Don't stop till everything's gone. Straight ahead, never turn around. Don't back up, don't back down. A full throttle, wide open.